U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
This September, revolutionary ideas and groundbreaking technology take center stage in New York City for Climate Week.
We need to commit to drastic measures, both the long and short term.
Stephanie Abrams provides you a front row pass.
This year is all about getting it done.
Climate Week starts Monday only on the Weather Channel and Pattern.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 76. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Low 60. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny skies. High 77. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to Weekend Recharge. I'm meteorologist Paul Goodlow in West Dennis, Massachusetts. Lee, no longer a hurricane. It's now a post-tropical cyclone, and it's already passed us by here out towards the Cape and the Islands. It's moving away, but the winds, again, this wind field has expanded. So the expanse of the tropical storm force wind gusts extend over close to 400 miles away from the center. So we're still seeing some of the gusty winds, which actually picked up yesterday morning and went through overnight. Some of the strongest wind gusts were before the sun came up this morning. Winds close to 60 miles per hour here in Dennis, gusting. So we haven't seen the sustained winds anymore here on the Cape in that tropical storm force range, but the gust will still be blustery. The good news is we're seeing the beginning of the end. The tropical storm warnings have been dropped across the Cape and the islands, so they start back up as you head across the border from New Hampshire into Maine on through the Canadian Maritimes, but no longer under a tropical storm warning here across Massachusetts. That is some good news. So we're seeing the beginning of the end. Still can't rule out some passing light rain showers. We're not expecting any heavy rain at all. That northerly wind, also a cooler but drier wind, helping to kind of eat up or evaporate some of the rain as it does fall from the clouds. That's why you can still see it on the radar. We're not seeing a lot of heavy rain at the ground at all, more like mist and drizzle. From time to time, we're seeing some on our jackets, but the jackets really are just for the warmth because it is very chilly this morning. But there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people are still heading to the Cape for vacation, maybe some wedding plans here at the Lighthouse Inn. I know there's a wedding about to start. This is one of 2 weddings they have planned for today. But they had weddings last night as well. And what a spectacular sky Lee did bring to the area. In fact, it presented a great backdrop for some epic wedding photos, no doubt. So you can see, like a salmon pink sky here, and the wedding party was, they're buffeted by the winds. That was outdoor wedding. But I just imagine to see some of the results of the wedding photographer there. They even had a drone up from time to time. It's definitely a great backdrop. Also, we had a great sunset a little farther up the coast, across the coast of Maine. This is all before Lee came this way, but it's a different story right now. They're getting some of the strongest wind and rain right now with Lee up towards the Bar Harbor area. That's where we can check in with Chris Bruin this morning. And Chris, it's been a wet, cold, blustery morning for you because of Lee.
Yeah, it's 62 there. We're in the upper 50s, Paul, and the wind with the rain, it is soaking, and it's cold. All right, this is not your typical tropical coverage, and it's really more like a nor'easter, but it's very impactful. We keep saying, it's going to be like a nor'easter, but remember, in the wintertime here in Maine, you don't have your vessels out on the water, so that's a big danger, is the boats. And there's already been reports of one boat that got lost off its moorings and smashed up against some of the rocks here on the North Shore, just down on the other side of the harbor. I want to look out in the vantage point. You can see the islands. They are out towards those islands. Those waves are crazy high. Sometimes they'll crash on that right side of that island, and the spray will go up, 30 feet high on those cliffs. People are actually out on those boats, manning them in case they were to get loose from their moorings. But you can see how turbulent the water is. And remember, this is the harbor. This is Frenchman Bay. But because we got that northerly wind, it's really causing quite a choppy sea. And this is the marina where you can drive your car down. Look at the swells coming in. We're actually approaching high tide in about 30 minutes. And boy, is the water really come up. The next hour is going to be critical here for some of the most impactful conditions along the coast. So if we can hang tight for the next 2-3 hours, especially for some of these Coast Guard officials and people monitoring the boats and the vessels, I think things will start to improve because we'll go to low tide, the water should recede, the wave action will still stay high, but if we don't have as much water in the harbor, that will certainly help things out. 75 miles per hour right now. It's a post-tropical cyclone at this point. Landfall is not really as important because it doesn't have an intact core. It's changing from tropical to now post-tropical, so it's really just a massive storm system. So conditions in Maine are pretty much just as extreme as what we've seen in Nova Scotia, except the difference is they're getting that onshore push, so those Atlantic-facing coasts are really getting hammered with extreme wave action there in Nova Scotia. Power outages have really mounted. We're over 70,000 without power, and just hang tight today. I know there are a lot of people vacationing. Weddings have been transitioned earlier in the week. Not the best day to get married, but we'll get through this, and tomorrow looks a lot brighter here in Down East Maine.
You inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work.
Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
The service road is faster.
Turn left.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he'd point you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road, past the big gray warehouse.
Take the next exit.
You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads.
I don't want to be late for the party.
I'm gonna save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take.
You're on the fastest route.
Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Yeah.
Bringing in a new roommate to save money, is that the plan?
Well, we gotta find some way to save, so say hi to Glenn from work. Hey, that's my mom.
I think I have a much better plan. We switched to my plan from Verizon. We get exactly what we want and save big. All on the network we can count on. It's a good plan.